All right. Are we back? It's time to find out if we are back. Are we so back? Sound off in the comments. Are we back? It doesn't necessarily seem like we're back yet. It seems like we could be back. But... Oop, oop, oop. Think we're back. Tight. 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 We're back. We are so back. All right. What up, everybody? I'm here for it. This is day 4 of our hardcore ChefLocke of Pozole, playing Pokemon Emerald Sea Glass, the beautiful ROM hack, linked in the description. Yeah, here we go. Are we in Petalburg right now? Here we are in Petalburg City. We just beat Flannery, and sadly sustained our first loss. We lost Cayenne the Mightyena, one of our very first encounters. Really had been proving himself a very useful and productive member of the team. Here he is in the hallowed halls of Stovokor, amongst the honorable dead. We're streaming from a little different location today, obviously. I'm at a local library. Got this beautiful painting here behind me. Just wanted to get out of the apartment for the day and just stream in a more private spot. I'm interested to see what this does for the sound. This room has like interesting acoustics. I don't know how often we'll be here. I think we'll, on the long enough timeline, I want to have a setup at home. We might be moving soon to a bigger space. I might be able to set up like a better, more dedicated like streaming space in the new home with like a better background and stuff. But yeah, we're at the library today in one of the private study rooms. I'm not just like talking loud as hell in a common space. But yeah, we're having a good time. So we've got a few things to look at here. We are coming up on our fight against Norman. That's why we're in Petalburg City. It's time to fight Norman. So I think we've got some decisions to make. We need to have at least one foundational ingredient in our party at all times. So our foundational ingredients thus far, we have 3 of our 4. We still have to catch broth, but as of right now, the 3 foundational ingredients in our party are as follows: salt, pork shoulder, our starter, and hominy. So fighting Norman, I was looking into it. We've got a few things to think about to contest with. We've got a normal gem boosted Vigoroth. We've got slacking to contest with. Obviously, he can be a threat if you don't have a good answer for him, but we've got Ancho the Pelipper, and Ancho the Pelipper knows Protect. And if you know anything about Protect, you know that it basically means that you can kill any slacking without issue. We've got Politoed, normal water type in this game, normal water type Politoed. Seems like an easy enough job for Pork Shoulder here. He's got Body Slams, we've got Mega Drains, you know what I mean? Like we can heal up as we go. We could even Breaking Swipe him. And then of course we got Salt, foundational ingredient Salt here, who's nice and beefy. Let's look at these stats. Middling attack stat, but it could be a lot worse. And decent bulk with the perfect HP IV there. Middling defense, but I think, he's going to do good stuff for us here. So let's take another look at this team that he's got. I changed the color of the frame today. Sound off in the comments. Do you like the color of the frame? Let me know. What color do you want to see? But yeah, we're going to check out this team again. Okay, so he leads Spinda, Teeter Dance Spinda, but we have some person berries. So we could definitely set somebody up to take that out. I feel like Salt the Machoke is good to just throw in there. He's got, Parasong, Politoed, which I'm not too worried about. Slocking, like I said, as long as we can kind of get the timing right with Ancho, like we should be able to take out Slocking, no issue. And then Vigoroth is where I'm a little more scared. I'm a little more concerned about Vigoroth. That normal gem, boosted slash that's a scary thing. High critical hit rate, boosted. It's just something kind of to be aware of. So here's what I was thinking. All right, so we've got a couple steel types. We've got Avocado here, the Tinkatuff. And then in our party, probably, we've got Radish, the Chimecho, who is a steel type in this game, Steel Psychic. So I think, I don't know. We've got a Mankey. Let's see here. What's our Mankey's name? Sour Cream. We got Sour Cream the Mankey. We can probably evolve him to a Primate. He doesn't have good stats. I mean, he's fast. We appreciate fast, but God, 0 HP IV, 7 attack IV. It's just not ideal. So I think I'm also tempted to bring Garlic, our only Intimidator user left after losing Cayenne the Mightyena. But I think it's safe enough to say we lead Salt. We lead Person Berry boosted Salt, right? Excuse me. Allergies are kicking my ass lately, so I'm going to be blowing my nose here and there. And my apologies in advance if that's not fun to watch. If that's not good content, me blowing my nose. You know what? I get it. Enjoy the painting. And get off my back. How about that? I think it's important that we have something to resist normal type moves. So I think we at least bring Radish, maybe Tinkatuff here, Avocado. Maybe the team looks something like, but then we don't have Pelipper, which is our best slocking answer, I think. Let's look at these defenses. 67, 51. 67, 51. I'm going to say that right now, Radish is just more useful to us than Avocado. And then we add Antro, and I think that's a good team. Let's get all these guys up to the level cap. This chair is nice. It has like a lean back function that's good. Cool. I love the library. I'm excited to be here. Level cap, I think, is 31. Let's double check that. 31. So we'll get everyone up to 30 for now. Don't want to over level before we get there. Cross poison. I'm not mad at that. But is it particularly useful? I like having quick attack. It's nice to have priority. But honestly, pork shoulder should be faster than a lot of things. Garlic, Aquatail. We already got Waterfall. Well, let's see what... Yeah, no. Plus 10 power for minus 10 of accuracy. Not today. Oh, god dang it. Yes, stop trying to teach it. Alright, Sour Cream. Let's get you up here. Cross Chop, of course we want Cross Chop. Now, if you're just joining us, if this is your first stream that you've stumbled upon of mine, of this run, thank you so much for checking it out. Sincerely, that's so cool of you. This is Pokemon Emerald Sea Glass that we're playing, and what we are playing is a hardcore ChefLocke. You're probably familiar with Nuzlocks. It's a hardcore Nuzlocke. All those rules apply. If you aren't familiar, if you're fogging on the rules, they're in the description. It's pretty simple. If your Pokemon ever faints, that's a permadeath. They are out of the game for the rest of the time, and you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter on each route. We're playing with species clause, which means that, say, if we catch a Pidgey on Route 1, and then the first Pokemon we encounter on Route 2 is also a Pidgey, we skip that and go until we catch a unique Pokemon, like a Pokemon we haven't caught already. What else do we got going on? So that's a hardcore Nuzlocke, give or take. The variant that I'm playing is one that I developed last year. I call it a ChefLocke. And it's pretty straightforward. At the beginning of your run, you pick a recipe that you want to make. Each Pokemon that you catch has to be named after an ingredient that goes in that recipe. And if at the end of your game you're successful, you make a recipe with whichever ingredients Pokemon haven't fainted before the end of the game, right? So we did one earlier this year. We're working on a video for it about lasagna. We did a hardcore Nuzlocke, a hardcore ChefLocke of Fire Red for lasagna. It was a lot of fun. It really adds a dimension. It limits the total number of encounters possible to you, because you can only catch so many ingredients that actually make sense in a recipe. You can try to get creative if you want. You know, you can really try to expand if the recipe allows for that. But, you know, in all honesty, there's only so far you can expand before you're just kind of making stuff up. So it does limit the total number of encounters. We're actually running into that with this run here, where, let's see here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got like 7 to 10 possible encounters left in this game. I got one more foundational ingredient that we got to catch, broth. And I, you know, if I really wanted to be specific about it, like, or like, not specific, if I wanted to, I could have made my own broth, right? I thought about it, when that would allow for a ton more ingredients, all the aromatics that go into a broth, right? But that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a pre-made broth from my local butcher shop that makes some really high quality stuff, and has access to more expensive like meat and flavoring than I do. Again, sorry for blowing my nose and stuff. I know it's not pretty, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Am I right? Am I right about how you gotta do what you gotta do? This painting is kick-ass. Those flowers are pretty. All right, we're breezing through. We're taking on Dad. We're taking on our dad. Dad, you can't friggin' tell me what to do. Ooh, this will be easy enough. Radish. Mirror shot. Mirror shot. Yeah, the thing about... so we lost Cayenne. Cayenne the Mighty Anna. We lost him to Flannery at the last battle. Last stream. Very end there. And God, it was so avoidable. It was so avoidable. I was really just trying to get too fancy, I think. I was like, I'll intimidate, and then I'll intimidate. And then we got hit with a critical hit in the sun overheat by the last Pokemon, Flareon. when we could have easily just switched in Ancho our Pelipper, set up the rain, reduced the power of that overheat, you know, and like that's exactly what happened. It's like as soon as he did that, as soon as Mightyena fainted, we sent in Ancho the Pelipper, rain went up, we took him out in like 2 water pulses, maybe even 1, I'm not sure. But it was just a totally avoidable loss, and it was really sad, and it has me feeling like we're playing to our outs now. We're going to play to our strengths. We're not going to mess around and hot dog and do whatever the hell I thought I was doing in that last thing. We want to win. We want to win with as many of our ingredients intact as possible. There's no reason that we should be losing ingredients at this point in the run. It's just not at all necessary. Okay, so I didn't see... Oh, this is the one-hit KO room? What hit KO move does Porygon even know? Sorry, everybody, legit. Okay, we'll yawn this thing, because obviously it wants to be a butthole. Quick Claw yawn, take that, Porygon. Radish is really doing his job in this game. Radish is really ponied up. It got us through Watson. Absolutely essential for Watson. I'm still kind of astounded that we made it through Watson deathless, but it had a lot to do with Radish being able to put the Porygon Magneton to sleep, wrapping it. It was really something. I'm a little more educated on this game than I was at the end of last stream. After we lost Cayenne, I was like, look, I want to go, and it wasn't even an issue of not knowing what was going on, or like being well informed enough about the battle. It was just suboptimal play. It was just sloppy, unnecessary risks and blah blah blah. But come on, nice. All right, that took long enough. But I was like, look, we lost a guy. We got our first loss. Sorry, I really hope this will end. We got our first loss, and I just was like really bummed out. And I thought, let's prepare. Let's better prepare. And let's do everything in our power to not lose any ingredients. I want to make the best Pozole I can make. Alright? I want this soup to be good as hell. And Cayenne will be okay. It's a great, it's a great seasoning. It's a great spice. I think it belongs in almost any Mexican recipe. But having said that, all of the like Pozole recipes that I've ever followed and all the Pozole recipes that I've seen online, not a single one of them actually calls for Cayenne. It's something I was just going to put in the seasoning rub for the pork shoulder itself. It's not something that has to go in the soup. The soup has a lot of other chilies in it to get that spice level up and get that seasoning level up. You know, it's one less flavor that'll be on our tongue and on our palate when the day finally comes that we beat this and make our Pozole, but it's not a foundational ingredient. All right, so that brings me back to the explanation of what a ChefLocke is. So, you name all your Pokemon after ingredients in the recipe. Obviously, if they don't make it to the end of the run, they don't make it into the recipe. If they do make it to the end of the run, you have to use it in the recipe. There's no, like, catching a Pokemon named Chocolate Chip during your, pizza run and saying, like, but I'm not going to put him on the pizza. You gotta. Sorry. If you named a Pokemon a Chocolate Chip and it doesn't die, Chocolate Chip goes on the pizza. The other element is that what happens, let's say you're doing a fried rice run and rice, the Piplup dies, right? Well, rice is a foundational ingredient to a fried rice. And if you have a foundational ingredient that dies during your run, the run's over. That's a full wipe. You got to start over from scratch. You got to identify your foundational ingredients at the start of the run. For us, we have 4 for a pozole. We've got pork shoulder, our starter, salt, hominy, and broth. Those are the 4 foundational ingredients. And we also, this is kind of like a sleeper thing for us. We've got 5 potential dried chilies that we're going to be putting in this. At least one of those has to make it to the end of the run. I don't think that's going to come up, but it's like a group that's foundational. That's just for me for this time. But for the actual rules, you identify your foundational ingredients at the beginning of the run. At least one of them has to be in your party at all times. And if any of them dies, the whole run is a wipe. You got to start over. So the ChefLocke really does kind of like up the stakes on a Nuzlocke for a lot of reasons. One, it limits your encounter potential. Like I said, there's only so many ingredients you can put in any given recipe. And, you know, for these first couple of recipes, we've chosen ones that are really expansive, that really have a lot of room for growth, have a lot of room for expanding the seasoning base and that kind of thing. The lasagna, we made our sauce from scratch. So, you know, we had like tomatoes and all the seasoning that goes into a sauce. We had 2 different kinds of meat that we put in there. So, you know, it was really expansive, and and it's Fire Red. Fire Red's like the easiest game to Nuzlocke. We really just kind of wanted to get through it and kind of prove the concept. So we didn't really feel the limitations of our limited encounters. This game, we are on the 5th gym, and we only have like, at most, and this is if I'm getting really creative with it, at most we have like 10 encounters left. So we're already very much so at a point where we are having to kind of like turn down different encounters as we go through the game. So you have to be a lot more kind of like selective and lucky about what you choose to actually go through the trouble of catching. And this is only our 2nd ChefLocke ever. I'm already kind of like, I wasn't aware, I didn't like piece together how many encounters there were going to be possible to us versus how many encounters we actually have allowable in our recipe, right? So I've already caught some encounters that if I had kind of been in a better state of mind, we wouldn't have caught in the first place, you know? So we've got to be a lot more selective going forward with what we're actually gonna throw a Pokeball at. We already just ran away from one of our last possible encounters. It was a ball toy out in the desert there. And we just let him go because I was thinking about it. I was like, excuse me. I was like, look, we already have ground Pokemon and Trapinch, and we're kind of past the point that the ground Pokemon are particularly necessary. We beat Watson already. We beat Flannery already. Like, we've got a Psychic Pokemon here, Radish. We've already got Kadabra. I can't remember what Kadabra's name is off the top of my head, but we've got other Psychics, and we already beat Brawly. Like, Psychics aren't particularly that important in this kind of run. 2 of the Elite Four members are super effective against Psychic, you know? So we looked at it, and we already have a Psychic Levitate user, for God's sake, and we were just like, I just can't really justify it, is what it really came down to. Can't really justify catching the ball toy, and I like ball toy. I like Claydol, but it just doesn't fit into where we are. You know, we are going to give this guy a Persim Berry, like we talked about. No reason to get confused right off the top. I think we should be able to take it with that. Radish, we'll keep Quick Claw. I feel like that could come in handy. Pork Shoulder. Excuse me. Pork Shoulder's got the Miracle Seed. I think we gave Garlic a Raspberry, yeah, which seems not optimal for this. So let's see what else we might have available for him. I don't want to get too crazy with the citrus berries, but we're going to go ahead and do it. And then sour cream, let's see here. I'd say... I'm not seeing anything particularly enticing. Let's go look at our... Yeah. There's body slams to contend with. We'll go ahead and give him a cherry berry. I think this is as prepared as we're going to get. I think this is as good as we're going to get. So I think it's time. Salt, you ready? Salt, are you ready? You want to play? Well, let's fight. That's kind of like playing. But yeah, the ChefLocke, like I said, we're already coming to a point where the limited encounters is really, we're starting to feel that. So that makes it more challenging. The foundational ingredients, the fact that you always have to have a Pokemon in your party that if they die, the whole fight, the whole run is over. That's high stakes. You know what I mean? You never know when you're going to have to steer. You never know when something could just snowball out of control. Or you get the wrong critical hit, you know. And so, just low sweep. I know low kick does more damage based on weight. Does low sweep lower speed? Is that how it works? Perfect. Okay, we'll go for a low sweep. Perfect. The person berry's already coming in handy. All right. One hit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at God. All right, Slocking comes out. Now, I've watched a few runs now. I watched both Antler Boys Nuzlocke and Flygon HG, who's probably my favorite Nuzlocker. I watched both of their Nuzlockes. Both of those guys went in blind to make it like harder on themselves, because those guys are really talented Nuzlockers. They do a lot of like really hardcore difficulty ROM hacks or like hardcore challenges like fire type only, you know, Sinnoh challenge or whatever the hell. So they went in blind to make it harder on themselves. I'm doing a ChefLocke, which makes it harder on me, and I don't want my people to die. So I watched their things. I looked ahead. There was a mechanic thing that was strange here, and I can't remember if it was that he loafed around on the first turn or what, but I think that either way, what's the strongest move this guy has, right? Facade not boosted. He could yawn. That would be inconvenient. Feint attack. So we don't want to put out Radish, the Chime Echo, to get feint attacked. But a Facade that's not boosted yet, doesn't look like he's holding like a Flame Orb or anything like that. And he's got counter. So I think right now the last thing we want to do is actually hit this guy. I think we want to suss out. Yeah, so this is all physical. I think we want to suss out what he's going to do and whether or not he loafs on this turn or not. And I think the easiest way to go about that is that we shift in Garlic to hit off and Intimidate and see what happens here. If he loafs around, okay, so he did loaf around on that turn. So this turn he's going to hit us. He's going to hit us with something, whether it's a Facade or Yawn, or he might hit counter. I think what we do is... Who's got the best defense? 53, 79 is good. I mean, 79 is our best defense. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna... But I don't want to switch in Pelipper just to get yawned. And I don't want to set him up... Well, counter, he's -1, and it would not be very effective against Garlic here. So I think what we'll do is we'll go for a Bite. Okay, so he did hit the yawn. Perfect. So we get a little chip off with the Bite, and now we're going to switch in Ancho, the Pelipper. And then we can just protect stall our way through this fight. There's nothing he can do about it. He's going to loaf around. We're going to make it rain. So far the fight is going well. I'm happy with where we are. So we're gonna hit protect and just whittle him down. And hopefully we can even get this guy to use his healing items. That would be even more exciting. So he hit a yawn just now. Wow, okay. Oh, wow. I mean, this is not something I predicted. I would say this. I know this thing knows Body Slam. I know that's mainly what it's going to want to do. Body Slam, Dive, Parasong, and Facade. Okay. I would say Pork Shoulder should be able to tank a Body Slam. Woof. Okay, I didn't love that. Did not love that. Mega Drain should get us back up a little bit. Okay, that was okay. Don't crit. Don't crit. Okay. Special attack's worse than our attack, but not by a ton. But Mega Drain is significantly less powerful than Leaf Blade. We're gonna look real quick at just Politoad's stat spread, just his regular stat spread. See what his physical defense and special defense. His special defense is, you know, notably higher than his physical defense. I think this should kill. God, we might be putting the whole run in danger right now. Clutch up. That's right, Pork Shoulder. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. We go unpunished. I don't think there's any pursuit that we need to worry about. No one knows pursuit, right? No. All right, so now it's just a matter of steering around this Slocking and this Vigoroth. Okay, so I think that, again, Garlic is good to send in to hit off this Intimidate. And then he's loafing around. Okay, yeah. We're going to hit another Bite. He's going to hit another Yawn. We get a little more chip in. And then it's just time to do the same thing all over again. We're going to switch in Pelipper here. Ancho. Ancho is a delicious dried chili. I think it might be poblano chilies. Dried is an ancho, but that might be guajillo. I think it's ancho, though, is poblano. So we're going to protect. Yeah, perfect. Now we're going to hit a rain-boosted water pulse. And even if he switches again, and he's not switching again. Okay, I would really love to use up his healing items now. Get that citrus berry out of here. We're going to hit another protect. There's nothing he can do to stop us. Ancho is the perfect answer. Ancho was our second encounter, our first encounter that we actually caught. We whiffed our first encounter on the Route 101, I think it is. I was just distracted and totally forgot to. Okay, yeah, I probably should have just hit another water pulse and predicted that. Let's see here. Okay, he's loafing around. Good. So protect again. This is good. We want him to use up his healing items. How many protects do we have? Ooh. Well, okay. Didn't think about protect PP, but I think we'll be okay still. I don't think it'll be that crazy hard to defeat him. Now, does that boost Facade? I don't know if Confusion boosts Facade, but we'll find out. Or we won't. Hopefully. Yawn. Okay. Honestly, let's reset up the rain. I can hit off another Intimidate. Why the hell not? This locking is crazy. The mouth in particular is like Why do you look like that? We get hit with another yawn. Honestly, it's kind of perfect that this thing just keeps wanting to try to put us to sleep. It hasn't hit us once. Ooh. Okay, so that'll definitely heal again. Now we're going to set rain back up. Drizzle made it rain, and let's see here. Hyper potion? Yeah. Okay. We're going to hit off one more Intimidate. And do Waterfall again. Because we're running out of Protect PP. Ancho's not doing that much damage. I think Garlic can take whatever hit. Okay, he gets yawned. We'll switch. What do we want to do? So he's yawned, he's going to loaf around. On the switch. I think we just go back to Ancho. Actually. I know we're running out of Protect. But we Protect. What do you got? Yawn. He wants to put us to sleep so bad. We're not going to let him. See if we can't get another Confusion. Rain boosted Water Pulse. Okay. Rain stopped. He's going to hit another yawn. I think. Facade. This is not boosted. Ooh, look at that. We tanked that like a champ. Ancho is not concerned about your temper tantrums. And he's just going to loaf around again. Yeah, dude. That ruled. Get out of here. All right. We used up all his heals. Victory Dance. We're sitting pretty good right now. Now, double checking. Vigoroth does know Feint Attack. Okay, we should have... Okay. We should have brought Tinkatuff. Could have resisted that. I think what we do is assume... Does he know Yawn? He does not know Yawn. We're going to assume that he's going to use this normal gem right up. That he's going to use it right now. Slash or Facade. We're going to switch into Radish to tank the hit. I don't see any reason why he would ever click Feint Attack. Yes, perfect. Now, it's got that increased critical hit ratio, but it's resisted. Normal Jin, boosted, critical hit slash, does 18 damage. He's going to use Feint Attack now. Non-stab. We're going to start hitting off Intimidates. Yeah. He is going to use another normal move now. And we're going to take that hit again with Radish. I think... Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And now he's going to do a Feint Attack again. We're going to switch in Salt. He'll tank that easy. And now we just have to dodge slash critical hits, which I think we should easily be able to take at least one. And we're going to lower his speed. Excellent. Excellent. Now that slash was -1, maybe even -2. I can't remember if we switched in Gyarados once or twice. I think just once. That was -1. If a critical hits, it would be +1 from that. So I think the Feint Attack did like 5. Let's say it did 5 damage, right? Okay, so the -1 non-critical hit slash did 19. Let's +1 that. I don't think it's ×2, the -1, but let's say it is, just for the sake of argument. 38, and then 38 × 2. 76 damage is like, that is the most pessimistic guess of what a critical hit slash could do. I don't think I'm doing that math right. That's me being like really cynical. Plus, we lowered his speed. We have terrible speed. He's got pretty decent speed, but we are over leveled and we did lower his speed. I think this is the safe play. I think it wins us the gym. Yes. Boom. Norman, done. That's badge 5. No death. Norman. Deathless Norman. Rad. Okay, radical. Level cap goes up. Not too much. I think it just goes up to 33 from here. Yeah. We're expected to grab Surf and basically just make our way right up there to the weather lab. It's kind of a long route ahead of us, but we've got a few potential encounters. We've got the cast form to say yes or no to, I think. I think we're going to say no to it. Honestly, I think we're going to say no thank you to the cast form, but we'll see how we feel as we go forward. But we beat our dad. We beat up our dad. I knew we could do it. And it's time to just head straight to the Weather Institute and then to Winona. We've got the space for at least another hour. So we're gonna see how far we can get. Whoa, who is this? Wally's dad or something? Let me borrow your daughter. I'm gonna take your daughter, you don't mind. I love that they all look like Kurt from Gold and Silver. I think that rules. Bear with me, gonna drink some water real quick. All right, I'm having a lot of fun doing these chef locks, and I think as soon as we finish this one, we're gonna do another one. I've noticed the view count on these streams, on the VODs after the fact, have been going up a little bit. Couple views on each, and if you're watching these and you're having a fun time, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what other recipes you might want to see me chef lock and what other games you might want to see me play to do it. I'm thinking that the next run we might do something a little more challenging, like chocolate chip cookies, where you have, maybe if you're getting creative, somewhere between 10-15 ingredients, so an even more limited encounter base, and a lot more essential foundational ingredients, that is, than just a typical recipe, because you have flour, chocolate chips, butter, baking soda. All of those are foundational, and those are a lot of the ingredients right there, eggs, also foundational. So I think that could be a lot of fun. We'll see how it goes. Did he give us Surf? I wasn't paying attention. Yes. Okay, Surf. Let's go ahead and teach that to Ancho right away. It's just a better move than Water Pulse. Actually, let's keep Water Pulse. We'll get rid of Quick Attack. Ancho's never Quick and Quick Attack. Click and Quick Attack. We're never Quick and Click Attack. There is no Quick Attack. But we're also never clicking Quick Attack as Ancho the Pelipper. And we want to be able to have, since there are double battles ahead of us, we want to be able to have a non-spread move. Now, we're going to heal our team. That's controversial, but I would say after a gym leader, you heal your team. That was fun. 2 of our 3 foundational ingredients played a key role in beating that gym leader, and that's something that you don't always get to do. So that was fun. I'm gonna say it. I'm a little nervous about Winona. The only foundational ingredient that she can't hit for super effective damage would be okay, we don't have Fly yet. Where do we get Fly in this game? I've played this game so many times and I'm still like, how do you get Fly? What am I trying to say here? Ooh, we could surf. We could surf and potentially pick up some new encounters. I don't want to do that yet. I haven't done any encounter mapping, so we're just gonna throw on some super repels and make our way back to Watsonville. Get on our acro bike. Woo, popping wheelies. Okay, I'm really happy we went deathless against Norman. I was a little nervous about that Vigoroth, but I think I didn't notice that he was only level 27. And I think, like, you know, we played around it ideally. Now, I think I'm missing something. No, I'm not. This is what I want to do. Yeah, put the repel back on. We're just going to go through the tunnel. The tunnel, we encountered a Whismer. We whiffed that. Route 116 here. I can't remember who we caught on Route 116. Tunneler's Rest House. What are you getting here? Yeah, I did hear. I did it. It was my dreams do come true. Wow. You guys just can't teach one Pokemon Rock Smash, huh? There's a man digging. He's desperate. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so none of you have anything for me? Lame as hell. Honestly, lame. Yeah. We encountered a Whismer. We whiffed that encounter. Not too concerned with it. It wouldn't have been that helpful anyway. Yeah, just keep the repels on. And here we go. We are about to... Oh, God. Excuse me. I avoided a lot of these. So I will run into optionals. That's gonna happen. Bug Maniac Derek, you stand no chance at all. Not even switching out. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward through these two. Knock off. Knock off. And there we go. Oh, those are optionals. Well, they won't fight us if we go that far down. Awesome. Alright. Heal up real quick. Ooh, it looks like poison doesn't damage overworld, so that's kind of fun. Let's do... You know what? Especially because we're about to go into Winona Flying Gym. Let's do this power plant thing. We'll go help Watson. I see him standing down there. And see what encounter we can't find for ourselves. That looks like Bugsy over there. That's interesting. New Mauville, the generator. Okay, thanks for the key. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this little side quest. See what we can't get before we take on this flying gym. This is where we caught our Electrike. That'll help. He's definitely... We should definitely be able to evolve him into a Manectric. Level cap at 33. Alright, here we are. I think we still got repels up. And let's just keep them up until we're closer to the end here. I think you skip that button. Nope, you don't skip that button. So... Pokemon Emerald rules. I just love this game. We're not also going to hit any... We're not gonna try to pick up any items until we get our encounter. Because I feel like Voltorb, Electrode, they're fine. But, oh, you're gonna make me do it. Okay, well then we're just gonna get we're gonna let the repel wear off and we're just gonna see what encounter we get naturally. Because I don't know who all is down here. Yo, I mean, look, this encounter might be kind of hard to get. It might be kind of hard to catch, but if we can catch it, it's not even like type-wise, it's not even, but it's a pseudo. You know what I mean? It's a pseudo. You go for the pseudo legendary. You're getting hit with recoil over it. Okay, so we're going to yawn you. Let you hit a few more takedowns. Awesome. Let's hit the wrap. I don't think it will wrap it into the red or nothing. These takedowns are not doing almost anything. Wrap. If we switch, the wrap ends, right? So we'll do that real quick. Yeah, this isn't necessarily the best encounter for Winona, but it's not a bad encounter. I mean, it's steel type, you know what I mean? It's a steel type pseudo. We really can't complain too much. Now we're getting on it. So far, the only encounter that we've missed because we couldn't catch it was, well, what all did we do? We missed Zigzagoon because we just absentmindedly knocked it out. We missed Whisper in the tunnel because we didn't have enough Pokeballs. We missed out on Ladybug in the Petalburg Woods, and I'm not remembering why. Whatever. Let's see if we can't get it. And then we missed a Murkrow. That was so frustrating. And it was like, I don't even know how to explain. It just came down to a situation where we had to choose between this Murkrow and our Electrike. Because it had Pursuit, the Electrike got too low, and it's one of those things where I knew as soon as I chose to switch it out, it was going to hit Pursuit and kill our guy. And so, eventually, like, after throwing, like, 20 Great Balls, like, no exaggeration, I swear to God, we threw, like, 20 Great Balls. You know, it just came to a point where it was like, it's Murkrow or it's Electrike. And there was a moment there where I was like, I feel like Murkrow's the choice. You know, he's good into Phoebe, and I felt like it could have been good, but it just got to a point where I was thinking about it, and I was like, we got a lot of water ahead of us. We got Team Aqua, we got Wallace, we got Juan. We're going to want as many electric types as we can get. Give me a sec. Sorry, nose blowing. I can't find my allergy meds at home, and it's messing me up. But it's the price you pay to be a master. To be a master. Don't kill yourself. Don't die here. Please have more than 1 HP left. Nice. Okay. Now we gotta catch this thing. Because I don't have any ghost types. This thing uses one more takedown, it's done. So, fingers crossed. We might miss this encounter. It's just a high catch rate. Please don't wake up yet. No. Well, there he goes. Oh, shit. I mean, this is what we have to do. This is what we have to do. We just have to throw the ball and hope. It's probably not going to catch. We're probably not going to get this. And I kind of knew that as soon as we saw it. I was like, this thing has an insane catch rate. And there he goes. Well, you know, you could have been a part of the resistance, but you chose not to. Damn. Damn. It was worth going for. It was. It was worth going for. Didn't work out. Now we gotta fight this. We could have had it. We could have had a Voltorb. Probably could have got that, but whatever. Whatever. Altaria is the ace for the next trainer, for the next gym leader. Winona. It's Dragon Fairy in this game to match its Mega Evolution, which I think is really cool. Salt's good to have in front here, because Salt, we are not, you know, we're not taking Salt to Winona, so I'm not too concerned. We do have, oh great, here, I'm just going to rewind that. Two things I'll rewind in this game. If I overlevel with a rare candy, or if I, like, mess up a puzzle. Because, you know, I didn't mess up because I'm incapable of doing the puzzle. I messed up because... And even so, it doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't matter. The puzzles are not the challenge of this game. The puzzles are made for children. And we've all solved them before. Step on this button. Click, click, click. Generator appears to have stopped. Good stuff. Grab that, and that's that. It was worth the excursion. You know, we missed the Beldum. It's too bad. We missed our encounter, but it was worth trying. In my regular games, like when I'm just playing for myself, I don't miss encounters. I get every encounter. The only things I'll ever miss is like if I encounter like a roaming legendary or something and I don't want to reset 1,000 times so that my first Ultra Ball catches, then, you know. But even then, I'll do it like 50 times. I'll do like 50 resets, see if I can't get lucky. But, you know, that's just the nature of stuff. I just, what am I trying to say? Do I have an escape rope? Let's see if I can save us all some time. I feel like I should have picked up at least one. Hell yeah, there we go. But yeah, when I'm like playing for myself and my own enjoyment, it's just like, why miss encounters? You know what I mean? Like, I like a challenge, but the challenge is keeping your Pokemon alive. I understand that part of the challenge is like catching the Pokemon, and you know, that's why we're playing with integrity for the tube. The tube gets our best honest effort. But you know, when I'm just like having fun, I'm doing things for fun, I don't miss encounters. We would have caught that Beldum. I would have just re-round and kept going until it was ours. But whatever. Heal up real quick, and let's also switch the party around, and maybe put away some guys that we don't want to overlevel. Now, I think that yeah, Radish is gonna help in this next fight. Move items. What am I doing? Oh, we might as well. Cumin, you can keep that because you're my special angel. Make Pokemon. So yeah, we'll put Radish away for now. God, I'm gonna sneeze. God, sorry guys. I did not expect to be this like sneezy allergy-y during this stream, but bear with me. Stream must go on. We'll put garlic away for now as well. We'll put Ancho away as well. And then they're nowhere near the level cap, so we'll go ahead and bring in some of the guys that we'll want to have at the next gym. And you know what? And we'll get them like closer to the level cap, but not within range where we should be worried about them hitting it. So rare candy, we'll get them up to 30. How about that? Avocado, the Tinka Tough now. I'm really excited about her. Oh, okay, here we go. I knew we had to be close. I was like, surely Manectric is not a level 30 evolution. Paprika. Paprika's really kind of overkill in this recipe. Because, like I said, we already have all these dried chilies that we're going to be using. We have a lot of, like, pepper flavor available to us. But he's more of, like, a season the actual pork shoulder itself ingredient than he is, like, a go in the soup ingredient. But it all blends together. It all blends together. Discharge, eh? Well, you're like a physical attacker, right? And I kind of like your moveset as is. So we'll say no to discharge for now. And then, yeah. Bay leaf will get up. Quick guard, no, that's silly. Priority block, you know what I mean? Like, come on. That's for different situations. Yeah, we'll let the repel wear off, and let's see what we got. Salt, how you feeling? Oh, don't fall. How are you feeling now? Looking down, huh? I like double battles, so we're not gonna split this up. Let's just go right into it. What do you got for us, guys? Pokemon 1, 2, and 3? What are you, a juggler? You a juggler? No, you're a youngster. Oh, wow. Full double battle. Oh. Right, this area is accessible so much earlier. Well, easy enough. Ooh, if this breaking swipe takes them both out, heck yeah, dude. Alright, cool. This will be easy enough. We're going to fast forward. Because it's just kind of like, why not at this point? Oh, nice. Breaking swipe. And there it is. Alright, good job, team. Ooh, I don't want to fight you. Whatever, we'll do it. Oh, sweep. Oh, we're staticked now? Well, too bad. I hate that you don't get the option to say, no, I don't want your dumb phone number. It's so frustrating in a run like this. But whatever. So here we are on the other side of things. Let's surf around this guy. I really am trying to avoid these optionals. Steven? It's me, Steven. I know who you are, Steven. You're Steven. Former champion? I don't know how that works. Of course it's not any of my business. Bye, Steven. Thank you, Steven. Alright, so this is a new route, though, right? So these... Ooh, what do we got? Off the top of my head, this seems pretty useless. Pretty useless. I mean, let's see if they change the type. No, bug poison. I mean, the bug advantage against Sydney is like one of the only things I can think of, but like we've got 2 fighting types and a fairy type, couple fairy types between Swablu and Tinkatuff there. Hominy and Avocado respectively. I say we ditch this. I don't think this does anything for us. So, there it goes. We made the call. No Venomoth. Lanoon. Yeah, I don't think any of these encounters are particularly meaningful to us from this particular route. Now, this is another route too, right? 123. Ooh. There should be... No, there's no hidden items? Okay. Well, we should be able to avoid this. Double battle, optional. I think, yeah, this is like where you get to after Mount Pyre. So I'm not sure if we can actually get an encounter off this route right now. Yeah, I didn't think so. They've got a bunch of berries up here, but I don't know what kind. I'm not really concerned about it. So that's that. Now let's go north here. We already got our Manectric. Yeah, I don't think there was any encounters that was okay. Get out of here. Everybody just wants to paralyze my champion, Salt. And it's like, leave him alone. What did Salt ever do to you? Alright, so we got the Weather Institute. I think we've got at least like 2, maybe like 3 more potential encounters before we have to take on Winona. We already got our Furret. This is here for it. I'm here for it. I promise the love of the Pokemon came first, and the pun came second. How are you feeling? Oh, you're grumpy. I'm sorry, Bayleaf. Let's see what we can do. Take flight, my bird Pokemon. Hey, guess what? We got one of those. Ugh, God. Fearow, I think, okay, it's not Fearow. Fearow is still normal flying. I think they said Dodrio is a ground flying type in this game, which I think is cool. Don't like that. That's too much of a hit. And you got your own Swallow, but I can't miss. So good stuff with the dumb double team. Thrash, no. I don't like moves that lock you in. They bum me out. How are you feeling now? You just beat that guy. Dragon Scale, that could be good. Hey! You want to lead? It won't let you, but I love the energy. Now, we should be faster than this, so we should be able to run away. Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, new route, new potential encounter. I say we heal up. And see what we can't get here. Masquerain. Again. It stays bug water. That's kind of interesting. Water. What does that do for us at this point in the game? I mean, we can't take this to Winona. It's a bug. We could take it to Tate and Liza. Theoretically, we only have one dark Pokemon right now. I don't think we have any other bugs. I think. I don't know what encounters we have ahead of us. I just know that we're running out of balls we're actually going to be able to throw. And a lot of the potential encounters that we have ahead of us are water encounters. Because it's a bunch of, like, ocean routes. So it has me in this place where I'm like, am I really going to throw one of the last balls I have left, one of the last, 7 to 10 balls at a water bug type? When I can really only think of, like, 2 potential use cases, and one of them would require bringing him to the Elite Four for Sydney, which is just like, come on. I think we go. We just go. We don't need him. I do like this Lanoon sprite. This is really cute. I like the colors. Razor Fang. I don't think that'll come up, but it's good to have if it does. Razor Fang, is that Gliscor or Sneasel's evolution item? I can't remember. We have the Acrobike. We might be able to avoid... Ooh, citrus. Yeah, we'll take the citrus berries. What are you? Next to it. Lepa, yeah, we'll take those two. We might be able to avoid these trainers with the Acrobike. So we're going to see if I'm remembering this right. No, this is just like a secret base place. That's fine. Alright, go fight these trainers real quick. Or this lady. This one trainer. Let's fight. Oh, I didn't have to do that. Well, whatever. Too late. What do you got? Gloom? I don't think that's gonna work out for you. There goes that. And what else? What else you got? Yeah, I think you need some type diversity in your life, young lady. No, why? Why does everyone want our stupid phone number? God, it's annoying. See, in gold and silver and crystal, you can say no. Oh, these people can't even handle us. Oh my God, is it every trainer? It's like, actually, I'm not seeing where this would be. And also, we already did our encounter. We already said no to the Masquerain. I'm not seeing any, yeah, I'm not seeing any other encounters that, like, were particularly enticing either. I think this route. Black Augurite, that's for Cleavor, right? Am I wrong? I feel like that's how you get Cleavor. Alright, here we are at the Weather Institute. Time for this. Now, everyone went upstairs. Paprika, let's see what you got. Let's see what you got, bud. How are you feeling? You're cheerful. I love that. What's a kid doing here? Messing you up. I like the Team Aqua Grunt designs. This thing's gonna use Fake Out. To which I say, how do you feel about some salt? Oh, Fury Swipes? Okay. Low Sweep. Done. That's the level cap, but Salt's not really concerned about it. Dual Chop. It's a dragon move. Is that useful for us? Could be. Salt might come to the Elite Four. Great answer into Sydney. Good answer into the Ice Lady, whose name I keep forgetting. And if we teach a Dual Chop, that gives us something for Drake. Yeah, heck yeah. Let's get rid of Seismic Toss. It's Dual Chop time. Dual Chop time. Iron Head. Hell yeah, you can learn Iron Head. Avocado, I appreciate that. Optimal play says go heal. Fight this person. Yeah, I'm thinking about whether or not we even want to take this cast form. Because, like, Murkrow, you stupid Ass. God. Paprika. That must have been because we almost sacrificed Paprika to a Murkrow. I'm glad it didn't happen. In hindsight, it was a silly thing to even think about doing. I don't think Tate and Liza are really going to be that scary. I think Tate and Liza, I think they might have a Fluttermane. Or a Mismagius. A Mismagius that's a fairy type, I think is what they got going on. Slash, no, we don't need Slash. Get this. Upgrade, eh? Now, we don't have an awesome answer to Phoebe. Nuzleaf is our only dark encounter so far. That, besides Cayenne, R.I.P., rest in peace, Cayenne the Mighty Anna. You do that. You do this. Easy enough. Good stuff. And you do that, and you do this. Yeah, killing the game, guys. Knocking it out of the park. Proud of you. We're handling the level cap fine, too. Oh, we'll fight you. I don't care. We'll just fight everyone. We're really close to Winona. Thunderfang. Thunderfang. What are we going to use against this last guy? Not Thunderfang. Let's see what a bite does. Sorry, I'm using some fast forwarding because I just don't think these fights are particularly risky. There's not a lot of drama here to be had, so let's just get through them, right? Let's pick up this. What do you got? A linking cord. Yes. Okay, that gives us a way to evolve Salt into a Machamp. We'll hold off for now, but that is exciting. Genuinely. Yeah, let's just lead Pork Shoulder against this last boss fight. What do you got, admin lady? What do you got? Look at that hair. What beautiful hair. Okay, Ludicolo. Not our best matchup, but let's see what Cross Poison does. We haven't used this yet. Okay, pretty good. Not too concerned. Hopefully we don't get frozen. Yeah, awesome. Let it go. Frozen. Olaf, all your favorites. Alright, so down goes Ludicolo. Firefang, eh? Yeah, I kind of like that. Excuse me. I like having a Thunder Wave user. But Firefang's good. Yeah, we're going to use it. I want to keep Hal. I want to keep Setup. And if we really want to change his moveset later down the road, we can do that. I'm not that worried about it. Alright, Sour Cream's at the level cap, not a problem. Rub it in, why don't you? God, I miss Cayenne. That Mighty Anna sprite is so cute. I really liked Cayenne. He might have even gone to the Elite Four. Snarl capabilities against Phoebe could have been really useful, but whatever. This is what we get. Oop. Oop. Clutch up, Pork Shoulder. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm a little concerned for Winona, because we have to bring a foundational ingredient, and right now, the only foundational ingredient that isn't, excuse me. The only foundational ingredient we have that isn't susceptible to super effective hits from flying types is our Swablu. Hominy. And I don't know that she evolves at the level cap of 33. So it might just have to be like a mob headed for Mount Pyre. What? Thanks. Okay, we received the cast form. We'll take it. I mean, obviously we have to. So, what are we going to call you? Let's look at our ingredients. This is where we start getting into a place where, like, we might have to be, like, creative. You know what? No. No. Cilantro, the cast form. Welcome to the Resistance. Alright, well, there we go. Linking cord that's awesome to get out of that situation. I'm very happy. Wait a second, we might have a rival fight. Let's heal up. I can't remember what he led last time. I think he had an execute. Yeah, this is a rival fight, right? Yeah, here it is. Well, we're going into this blind. He's only got 3 Pokemon. We should be able to take this without a problem. He's probably going to use Aerial Ace or something, but there's no way it kills. Headbutt? Nice. Leaf Blade. Alright, there he goes. Who's next? Combuskin. It's kind of what I saw coming. But we're in the rain. Good luck, Combuskin. This might not be the smartest thing in the world to do, but we're in the rain. Spirit Break. Is that a fairy move? Special attack? Okay, not concerned about that. Rain continues to fall. Hit this Aerial Ace. Bulk up. Not worried about it. Not worried about it, dude. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. He might use the healing item. That's the only thing. Nope. Bye. Bayleaf. Killing the game. Level 33. Agility. Dude, you're fast as hell. You don't need to set up. Let's see, what time are we looking at? We've got at least a half hour left ahead of us. I think we send one more Aerial Ace here. Ooh, full on Psychic. Oh no. I didn't like that. But he's in range. We take that. Okay, yeah. Well, that's nice. Avoid that crit. We have not used Bayleaf to her full potential yet. Like, I haven't gone to the trouble of, like, getting her poisoned or set up for anything with guts. But she does have guts, so... Is that Fly? Yes. Dude, thank you. Bye. Is that Scott? Scott, what do you got to say? Yeah, I beat him. He looked really upset with a face all red from anger. I love making people angry. Alright, bye, Scott. Scott is interesting. Alright, let's heal up. I know we're just going to the town right up here, but... we'll avoid those guys. Apom. God, that's the cutest Apom sprite I've ever seen in my life. Ever. And I've said that about a lot of these Pokemon. If you want, like, peak aesthetics, there is no better game to play. This is just a shrine for Pokemon. It's just the best. Alright, what do you got? Go to the Savari Zone. What a great suggestion. I think we're going to try to take on Moinona, and that'll be the stream. That's where I think we're at with this. Now, heal up. And I know we have to get the, like, scope to see Kecleons or whatever. Oh, this is fun. I kind of like this better than the bridges. Yeah, we need to go get the scope. So I think Steven's got that for us in this next route. Okay, yeah, we'll fight you. Parasol Lady Clarissa. Ugh. Wow. Okay. Weird choice, Clarissa. You gotta admit that's a weird choice. Whatever. We Leaf Blade. Pork Shoulder's gonna go over the level cap here. It's not permissible at the next gym leader, but we wouldn't take him anyway. And then... yeah, we'll just aerial ace this jump left or whatever. I think we should be able to get through this game. I'm hoping we can beat this game in the next, probably, I'd say at the very most 2 weeks. You know, I'm struggling a little bit to find time to schedule these streams, but not enough that I don't think we can get this done, because we're about to get Gym Badge 6. Then we've got a Team Magma spread in Mount Pyre. Then we got Tate and Liza, right? And then we got Team Aqua, and then we got Sutopolis. And then it's on to the Elite Four. So I think, I really do think we should be able to beat this in the next, like, 2 weeks. The lasagna video is really getting close. We're really getting close on that. And as soon as that's ready, I'm just gonna put it out. It'll be our first full-length video. I had so much fun playing that run and kind of taking the ChefLocke out for its first spin. And I'm really excited to share it. I'm so sorry for the Kangaskhan. There's no megas. But having a really beefy normal type like Kangaskhan against Phoebe could be really good. I think we go for this. We go for this encounter. Mega Drain should not kill. If it does, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah. Look at that. I mean, golly. Do we switch? Yeah, let's switch an avocado. I don't think it should be able to do too much to us. Okay, so we got 2 normal moves. Those are not going to be very effective. Let's hit a quick covet. This should not kill. Yeah, dude, this thing is strong. Kind of wish we had Chimecho. Probably should have thought about it, but let's see if this Ultra Ball will help us out. We've been having trouble with the encounters in this game. We've missed some encounters that we didn't need to miss. The Beldum from earlier in this stream, that was tricky. We're not gonna get this, come on. Oh, Kangaskhan, welcome to the Resistance. Excellent, excellent. I know exactly what I want to call you too. Just want to make sure I'm spelling it right. Yeah. Yeah. the spiciest, possibly, of our dried chilies that are going to go into this soup. Our bowl. Welcome to the Resistance. That's a good pickup. I'm happy with that. Like I said, having a normal type to go up against Phoebe could really be helpful. Steven, show me what you got. I'm gonna sneeze. Or at least I feel like I have to sneeze. Devon scope, right. It's not a self scope in this game. Kecleon. Probably should have healed, but whatever. Sour cream, you show your stuff. Huh? You didn't get a chance against Norman to stunt. Glare, come on. Sorry, guys. It's just the nature of being human, is that sometimes you gotta blow your nose a lot. Even though you're here to play a ChefLocke. For all the people watching at home. Salt goes above the level cap, but again, we're not bringing him to Winona. It's not a problem. Your battle style is intriguing. Thank you for the Devon scope. We're definitely not going to catch the Kecleon. Outside of Winona's. We'll just, like, not do an encounter for Tree Town here. I wonder why they call it Fort Tree Town. It's because of all the tree forts? I don't know. You know what? Actually, there's water right here. Let's surf a little. Come on. I feel like Chinchou is probably a dive exclusive encounter. But it would be a real game changer for us. I am not jumping on the land on purpose. I'm just bad at these controls. Come on, there's got to be something in this water. What do we got? Remoraid. Interesting. Octillery. I learned this from watching, I think it was Flygon HG who caught one. I think Octillery is a water fire type in this game. Does that present any particularly meaningful opportunities for us? Not that I can think of, really. I like Octillery a lot, but we really have to be careful with these encounters. Now, Remoraid Octillery could be good for encounter mapping purposes, though. That is one thing you could argue. But I don't know. I haven't looked into that at all. I think we throw it. I think we throw a Great Ball. And we just see, you know, if it doesn't give us too much trouble. Aurora Beam A. Woof. Well, let's somebody a little tankier out there real quick. Salt. Salt in our last run was a Dugong that we ended up using our Master Ball on because it was one of our last potential encounters, and why not at that point? Hey, look at that. Remoraid, welcome to the Resistance. But we did bring 3 other foundational ingredients with us. We brought Noodle, our Blastoise, our starter, Ricotta, our Dodrio, and Tomato, the Snorlax. Were the 3. So half of our team of the Elite Four was foundational ingredients. Thus, right now, I think at least half is coming with us, because obviously we'll bring our starter. He's going to be one of our better answers into Wallace. And then Hominy, the Swablu, will be Hominy the Altaria, Dragon Fairy type. That definitely comes to Drake. And Salt, the Machamp, is great against Sydney. It's great into Ice Lady. So all three of our foundationals are definitely coming with us so far. Now this, I think, this is not something I see typically get involved in a pozole, but it's really common in Mexican food in general, as a topping and as an element in salsas. Pepita the remoraid, welcome to the resistance. Pepita is like a pumpkin seed, a dried pumpkin seed. They're very good. They're very flavorful. They add a lot of depth and texture to all sorts of recipes. And like I said, they don't usually go into pozoles, but we can find a place for them in our pozole. We're going to pick up a good chunk of Ultra Balls here now that they're accessible, and a good chunk of Hyper Potions as well. And let's get this Kecleon out of the way, and let's switch up our party a little bit. Level cap's 33. So we're getting close to it with some of our more important Pokemon for this particular fight. So Pork Shoulder goes in the box. Salt goes in the box, which means Hominy has to come out of the box so that we have at least one foundational ingredient at all times. I'd say, what else makes sense to bring against Winona? Maybe cilantro. Maybe we give cilantro a try. We could buy the Hail TM. They're available at like all of the... He already knows it. So we could do Hail Weather Ball stuff, potentially. I think that could actually really work out. We might bring Onion also, because if he can learn like Cross Poison by the level cap, I don't know that he will. We're going to level him up to the level cap real quick and see what happens to his moveset when we do that. I would say Bayleaf is one we can box for now, because if nothing else, we need to get through some gym battles. Let's go start doing gym battles. Yeah, Paprika is not at risk of the level cap. Avocado we'll box for right now. And we'll bring... yeah, we'll pull out Lime, the tentacle, in place of Avocado for this moment. I'm not sure if he evolves by the level cap, but I think he very well might. So we're going to do some rare candy stuff real quick. If you're watching this, and this is the first stream that you're watching of mine, yes, I do use rare candies. It's one of those things where grinding in the grass is not good content. This is like standard Nuzlocke YouTube practice to just use rare candies. The game gives you a cheat for it really quick. And yeah, it's just like, if anything, you could call it cheating if you want, I guess, but if anything, it actually makes the game more challenging, because you're not gaining all the effort values, the EVs that you would gain from grinding in the grass, so like your stats are actually lower than they would be if you tried to level up naturally. So we use rare candies in our runs. If that's a deal breaker for you, I'm so sorry. I hope you find the streamer of your dreams that never uses a single rare candy. Okay, nice. Lime is evolving. Classic Gen 2 Sprite for Tentacruel. Okay, Poison Jab. See, this is the kind of thing we were waiting for. Poison Jab is real nice. I'd say he's more of a special attacker, but Poison Jab is significantly stronger than Acid. And when we learn Sludge Bomb, we can just replace that. Onion, come on, can you learn anything fun? Okay, you got one more level to maybe get there. And Cilantro will just pump you right up to 32. And let's go take on some trainers. Let's go get this gym ready for the real thing. Yeah, I think we got just enough time left in our library room here to get through this gym, and then that'll be the stream for today. Goodbye. All right. Wait, what is this guy down here? You got anything cool in here? Bye. Oh, it's like decorations and stuff. Okay. Good for you. Let's do this. Optional. Optionals. Required double battle. Okay, let's do this. She has a team of 5 Pokemon. The gym leaders are getting to a point where they have a lot. Ooh, I wish I hadn't let Hominy. We're gonna switch in, yeah. Radish, Levitate Radish. Yeah, let's do that. Hopefully Paprika outspeeds. Hopefully we get a flinch or a one-shot or a paralysis. Okay, agility. I just don't want it to use Earthquake. That's kind of the one thing I'm worried about. We're just going to double into it. Ancient Power. Okay, I'm not worried about that. That shouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay. And Aerodactyl goes down. Let's see what Radish is going to hit into with this Flash Cannon. Or Mirror Shot. It's Mirror Shot. Gonna got Flash Cannon. Radish, you don't need to know Uproar. Yeah, that's silly. Okay, well that's not ideal, but we'll outspeed here. Thunder Fang. And let's go ahead and just, yeah, extra sensory this Pidgeot. I'm going to switch out Paprika. I feel like... Oh, no, I'm not. I was like, I don't want it to overlevel. That would really suck right now, but I'm not worried about it, actually. Let's just get him out of the way. And see what this last Pokemon is. Nice, okay. One more Thunder Fang. A Mirror Shot. Yeah, that handles it easy. Heal up real quick. Don't want to get into any avoidable BS. I really do apologize sincerely for... Okay, we gotta shift this around, which means we gotta fight this guy. Tropius, eh? Well, I know Fire Fang. Whoa, that was bad. Onion, what do you got? This thing is way too tanky. I'm actually getting worried. Let's put it to sleep. Okay, we're doing good. Wrap it up. Wrap Yawn just has solved so many problems. So many, like, potentially disastrous situations for us. I can't tell you how cool, how good of an encounter this this guy has been for us ultimately. Radish has been a real MVP. And I feel like the more I say that, the more likely it is that he's just going to die for no reason in a second. But whatever. I think we can keep him safe. I think that's every... Yeah, okay. Those are all the required trainers. So let's heal up and finalize our team and our strategy. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so let's look at our team real quick. She leads Firo. He's fast, he hits hard, he knows drill run. He knows drill run, quick attack, aerial ace, and roost. I think, hey, guess who's useful there? We're leading Radish. He's immune to drill run, and he gets hit for neutral by aerial ace and any other moves. So that's firmly in there. Real quick, before we start making super firm decisions, we're gonna take all these other guys up to the level cap, see if they don't evolve or learn any particularly useful moves. Lime, onion. No, I was really hoping like onion could learn like a poison jab himself or something, and I was also hoping Hominy would evolve, and he doesn't. I gotta bring Hominy though. That's one thing that can't be avoided. We have to have a foundational ingredient, and yeah, we've got to have a foundational ingredient, and it's not going to be salt, and it's not going to be pork shoulder, because both of them are over leveled actually. So we have to bring Hominy. So yeah, Radish the Chimeco against Firo, perfect. Now that Tropius already was kind of like weirdly upsetting. Ooh, what if our new friend Pepita do you evolve before the level cap? I'm gonna say that Onion is pretty firmly like not coming. I was hoping he might learn to like a decent enough poison move to justify it, but that didn't happen. Poison Sting is not enough to take out that Altaria. Bubble Beam over Water Gun, yeah, why not? It'd be really cool if you evolved, Pepita. It'd be really, really helpful. Focus Energy over Lock On, why not? Come on. Come on. I know you want to evolve. Water Pulse over Bubble Beam. We're going to just replace it with Surf. Yes! Yes! Okay, this, I think, gives us a really decent answer into the Tropius. Let's double check. Sunny Day. So he might start hitting us with solar beams, but if we can learn a fire move... Your Pepita evolved into Octillery. Octazooka. Okay, I think the way Octazooka works, if I remember the video correctly, water and fire move. So if he sets up a Sunny Day, we'll take neutral damage, solar beams, and we can hit him with Sunny Day boosted Octazookas. Flame Burst? Yeah, we'll bring that too. We don't need Psybeam. So Pepita's coming. And honestly, I mean, I hate to say it, I don't want to sack anyone. Pepita's one we could sack without too much problem. It's not going to really do anything. We're already getting weirdly... We're kind of really pushing the boundaries of what goes into Pozole with that choice. He's also a good answer into Skarmory. So is Manectric. He can only hit us for neutral damage with Fury Attack. And no Sand Attack 2. We'll check out a special attack, but we can teach Shockwave to avoid Sand Attack nonsense. Pelipper also. Manectric handles that. Altaria, Dragon Dance, Aerial Ace, Earthquake, Dragon Breath. That is another one that Radish handles. Levitates his Earthquake, resists his Aerial Ace and Dragon Breath. Yawn Wrap. Okay. Which, the one thing that does to me, though, is that makes me wonder, should we be setting somebody else up to take on Firo? And I almost think that means that, like, yeah, okay, so I say we put cilantro away. We don't need cilantro. Lime also doesn't seem super necessary now that we have this, because Lime I was bringing, because, like, oh, poison super effective against the Altaria, maybe. Actually, well, no, because then Avocado doesn't have a particularly good fairy move, actually. Oh, but has Iron Head. We're going to bring Avocado. We're bringing Avocado. Both of them get hit for super effective damage with Earthquake. So maybe neither of them, actually. Who has a better defense? 62. We'll bring Avocado. I don't know if that's the most logical decision I've ever made in the world, but oh, look at that beefster. He's so big. I know you are, Garlic. You are glowing with health. All right, here we go. I'm a little nervous. What are you holding, Radish? Quick Claw still? I think that's okay. I kind of want to give him a Citrus Berry. I don't know how important it is that we outspeed. I'm going to give you a Citrus Berry. We don't want to get chipped down to a situation where we would have switch in, I don't know. It just could get out of hand really quickly. Hominy, by all accounts, if we're sending you out there, we're losing the game. Like, that's just not something we would ever want to do on purpose. So the only thing I can think of with Hominy is, like, Earthquake, but we have Garlic for that. I don't know. Like, to switch in on Earthquake. Paprika, we are also going to give you a Citrus Berry. And Pepita. Is there any stat nonsense with Tropius? No. Excuse me. Let's give you a Quick Claw. I don't know if it'll come up, but it doesn't hurt. Get Garlic up to this level cap real quick. One, two. No, we don't need to know. Excuse me, we don't need to know, Scary Face. You guys, here we are, last gym battle of the day. God. It's like these puzzles aren't hard at all at this point. I've been doing them my whole life. It's just, I get impatient. Alright. Save. Alright, here we go. Here's Winona. Oof. I'm nervous. You guys nervous? I'm nervous. I think we have a decent strategy. I think we brought the right people. But I am nervous. Let's hit an Ice Fang. I forgot we had Ice Fang. Don't love Aerial Ace, but that's fine. Don't like that he's faster than us either, but that's to be expected. A freeze would have been nuts. Oh, dude, are we about to use up all our hyper potions? Garlic, don't crit. This is the one time in my life I want you to not crit. Yes. Dude. Oh my god. And we get the freeze. Are you gonna... Let's try a bite. He's gonna use... She's using the hyper potion anyway. Oh my god. That could not have gone better. Okay. Ice Fang. Defrosted. Roost. Whatever. I don't expect this getting out of hand. I think we'll do okay. But the like one turn defrost is kind of crazy. We can all agree, right? That the one turn defrost is crazy. Roost. Stop roosting. Freeze again. That would be awesome. Why is it so much weaker now? Is it because it loses its flying type after using Roost? Is that what's going on? I think that is what's going on. Let's Waterfall. See, I thought it just grounded. I thought it just, like, got rid of the ground immunity. I didn't realize that Roost got rid of your flying type altogether. Okay, one more Aerial Ace, it goes down. So that's good. I would love to see Tropius right now. I would love if he switched in his Tropius right now. Skarmory. But we don't get so lucky. Skarmory, what do you know? Steel Wing, Aerial Ace, Fury Attack, Sand Attack. That's right. Okay. I should have... I was going to teach Paprika Shockwave, but I didn't, and so here we are. Let's just see if we can't... Flying Gem boosted Aerial Ace. We should tank this fine. Yeah. Excellent work. Thunderfang, we outspeed handily. Flinch. Yes. I'm going to set up a Howl. Because we're in a situation now where, like... Nice. Oh, and he gets staticked for the trouble. Excellent. Yeah, I say we should take it. We take it. I don't love where our HP is at right now, but... Okay, it's Tropius. Pepita. Hopefully he sets up a sunny day. Okay. I think the first thing we try to do is hit the quad. We should tank this. It's neutral. It's neutral. It's neutral. Okay, great. We hit the quad Aurora Beam. Okay. Could be better. Could be worse. Now, I'm going to see what Octazooka does. Quick Claw. Look at you. We gotta avoid crits. We're in crit range. Okay, Octazooka was not the right thing. Accuracy drop is good, though. I'm surprised that that wasn't super effective. Oh, no. Now, did we outspeed without the Quick Claw? I don't think we did. He's gonna hit another Solar Beam. We want to save Radish for the Altaria. Oof. Tank this. Okay, hopefully Avocado outspeeds. Let's see here. I don't think Tropius has anything to threaten us. No, not at all. Worst thing that could start happening now. Yeah, we do outspeed. If we could flinch. Oh, easy. Okay. Excellent. I was worried about Synthesis, but looks like we're getting lucky there. Sunlight's gone just in time. Ironhead takes it. Okay, awesome. Oof. Who's next? Pelipper. Pelipper comes out. What does Pelipper do? Protect Supersonic Water Pulse, Aerial Ace. I'm gonna switch in Garlic here. Nothing it can do will knock out Garlic in one hit. We'll hit off the Intimidate, which helps with Aerial Ace. Okay, use this Protect. Let's see if we can't get a little chip and maybe the Goat-tastic. Okay, this is perfect for a Paprika switch in. It won't hit Supersonic again. Yes, okay. And now we just connect. 4 times super effective Thunder Fang down. Down. Perfect. The plan is going perfect. Okay, now she could do anything right now. And it literally doesn't matter. Radish comes in and takes this Altaria. This is I'm Levitate. Boom. We hit the yawn immediately. So these Dragon Dances don't get out of control. But even if they do, Aerial Ace resisted. And we have, beyond that, perfect. Perfect. We set up the wrap. Start getting our chip damage in. Sound off in the comments. What's your favorite kind of wrap? I like a lettuce wrap. And then we start hitting super effective mirror shots. This was ours for the taking. We nailed this. And Radish once again comes in as one of the MVPs of this whole run. Without question. I mean, yawn, wrap, steal, levitate. It's just a combination for like crazy success. We're gonna hit a super effective mirror shot. If it crits, we win. If it doesn't, we set up another yawn. Accuracy drops. Wrap, damage, yawn. And that's off of 3 Dragon Dances. This is free. This is ours. This is our match. We win. Mirror shot. I mean, that would have to crit like 3 times in a row. I think that's the bare minimum for what he would have to do to beat our Radish there. Radish takes it. Victory dance. Victory dance. That was like a lot of fun. That was like not a nail biter. It wasn't an easy fight. We had to come prepared with exactly what to do, but we took that. Everyone did their job. Pepita, Radish, Garlic, Paprika, Pepita, Garlic, Radish. Hominy stayed safe in the back. Even Avocado did their job. So everyone that we brought, except for the foundational that we had to bring, did their job. Got the Aerial Ace TM and the badge. And that's the stream, guys. We did it. That's Winona in the bag. Thanks so much for watching. Whenever you do end up watching, I really appreciate it. Scott, what do you got? Thanks for cheering me on. I'm a teenage girl. Whee! We're gonna heal up now so we don't forget. But that's Winona and that's Norman. No deaths this run. We're breezing along. I'm not sure when the next stream will be, but it could be as soon as tomorrow morning. So if you're watching these VODs after the fact, and you see it in time, keep an eye on the channel. I'll post and schedule if that is the case. I think we might do as soon as tomorrow morning. So thanks so much for watching. Whenever you watch, I'm here for it. I really plan on putting a lot into this channel this year. It's kind of all I can think about lately. The lasagna video should be out soon, and I really hope you enjoy it. So thanks so much for watching again, and I hope you have a good day, and keep cooking.